Okay, good morning, Year 5. So we're going to have a little bit of fun this morning. We have a little bit of a play around. Not as much writing in today's session. Okay, you're going to be thinking creatively today to try and work out how to create headlines, maybe a caption if you would like to support a news story. So remember, what does a headline do? What is the point of a headline within the newspaper? Okay, have a think about that. Now, it's designed to grab the reader's attention, hook them into the story. We spoke the other day about that when you walk into a shop and you see those rows of newspapers. Okay, what they want you to do is to pick out their headline and buy their paper. So they want you to give you enough information to interest you, excite you, but it has to be brief. Okay, you have to be able to glance at it and see it straight away and think, oh, I want to know a bit more, or oh, that sounds interesting, and then go and have a look. Okay, and there are lots of different ways, okay, that we can do that. So a perfect headline is short and it will grab your attention, like we've just said. Okay, it sums it up in as little words as possible. So words are left out. So in here, instead of saying Libya celebrates the future after the death of Colonel Gaddafi, it would be Libya celebrates future after death of Colonel Gaddafi, or after death of Gaddafi. Okay, or a baby is found alive 2 days after the earthquake in Turkey. Baby found alive 2 days after earthquake. So you're going to just use the key information. Now, some newspaper stories are really serious and they need a serious headline like those ones there. Others are a little bit more playful. Okay, so others, news reporters, journalists will become playful with what they're doing. So using rhyming words, alliteration, or puns and simple jokes. So rhyming words, okay, such as owl on the prowl. So really just trying to capture your imagination with the story, okay? Alliteration, using the same sound, okay? So example of that would be bamboo bikes in Britain. So using that B sound at the start of as many words within that headline. So both of those so far, short, snappy, grab your attention, okay? And then the final category, they might use some puns. So using, okay, brilliant news instead of brilliant news for a story about Shaun the sheep. Okay, so trying to play with the words to make it fit. Or a story about the deer population increasing might be headlined, oh dear, oh dear. Okay, so what I'd like you to do today is have a think about some of these. I've got some other ones, okay, that you might see. So, Celebrity Big Blubber, okay, that was a story about a whale that swam up the Thames into London, okay. Gaga, you look awful. So, Lady Gaga wore a dress that was made out of meat. Brown Toast is when Gordon Brown resigned, so he left his thing, and Supercalifragilistic Celtic are atrocious. So that was about football when Caledonian Thistle beat Celtic. Okay, so really playful and catchy headlines that we're looking at. Now, what I've got for you today are 4 stories here. Okay, brief overview. I'd like you to write some examples of what you think the headlines could be of those. So you could just number these. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you might write just one example of what the headline could be, or you might use more than one in each. Okay, so you might give us an example of a funny one and then a one with alliteration. It's up to you. Some of them, okay, are more serious. You're not going to be writing a joke about this natural disaster that had happened, okay? But the one at the bottom about the dog that gets stuck in the fence, okay, that would probably be more of a humorous, maybe you use a pun or something a bit funny in there. So I'd like to see your headlines that you'd use in there. I've then also got 4 pictures, okay, and we could number those, okay, so that when you do your work later, okay, you can just put in the numbers and we'll know exactly which one you're talking about. So we have got a dog, and there were no animals harmed in the making of this one. A dog that's got himself into a bit of a sticky situation. An image of a flood here, so that might be the more serious news headline that you're going to be using for today. A UFO that's supposedly been spotted, and a cat using a computer. So again, a good mix of headlines that you might be able to create about these stories. Okay, think carefully about how you word them. Remember, they're not going to be long sentences. It's going to be short, snappy headlines, and it is really important that you get your point across quickly and you make people want to read on about the story. So I look forward to seeing these on Class Dojo. Okay, and have a lovely, lovely weekend, all of you.